Welcome to the great outdoors. Today's episode is all about feet. I know we love talking about feet, so let's do it. First, I need something softer to sit on. Let's see. Oh, I just got this from Gossamer Gear. What could it be? Aha! My thin light pad. Let's sit on that. Much better. All right, so I wanted to tell you guys all about my strategy for my feet on the through hike. And the way I look at it, you've got to take great care of your feet. We all know that, but it begins with the socks. And you've got to keep your socks up. So what I'm going to do is 5 hours into the hike, my halfway point, I'll stop for lunch and I'm going to change my socks. I'll do the other 5 hours at my 20 miles in. I'll get to camp. As soon as I drop my pack, I'm taking my shoes off and getting that pair of socks off. So let's just do that real quick. Love these toe socks. You got to wear toe socks. All right, so now you can air your feet out. You've got this dirty pair of socks. You've got the other pair that you wore in the morning. 2 dirty pairs of socks. And what you're going to want to do is start the laundry now. So they'll have time to drip dry overnight, and then you'll wear them hanging from your pack so they can finish drying the next day. So let's get that laundry going. What you're going to want is a freezer bag. And I marked mine that says laundry, so I don't use it for anything I might ingest. Get the socks in there. This is your washing machine. And then some magic blue liquid. You use whatever you want to use. I like the blue magic liquid. You don't need a whole bunch. Put some in there and go to your nearest water source and add some water. So let's do that real quick. There happens to be a nice little lake over here. All right, we've not set up our tent. We've selected our tent site, but the first thing we're going to do is get these socks cleaned up. Got a little too much air in there, bleed some air out, and just need your, oh, and don't do that. We're going to have to recut that out, I guess. Oh no, my Ziploc is broken. All right. You just want to keep kneading the socks. This is the wash cycle. I'm going to do this until the water gets very dirty, nice and brown. You want to get all that trail sweat, dirt out of the socks. I think I need more magic blue liquid. Put some more in there. Close the lid on the laundry machine and put it back on the wash cycle. Like the freezer bags, they're much more robust. They can take a real beating. Now you can see we're getting some good soap. Agitation. Any good wash cycle has a selection where it sits for a little while. So you can let them sit, let the soap do its work. Of course, enjoy your cigar while you're doing it. And then this is a good time to inspect your feet. Go through, check between each toe. Make sure everything's going nice and clean in there. There's no hot spots. Nothing's developing, as in blisters or little cuts. If any of your toenails are getting too long, and start pressing into a toe next to it. And the toe socks should prevent some of that, but if not, then it's time to address that right away before it becomes a problem. So what I like to use is my nail clippers, which I've got a pair of flush cut dikes. And surprisingly, these don't weigh that much. About the same as a pair of toenail clippers. But you can do so much more with these. You can cut parachute cord with these. You can open packages with these if need be. But the thing I like best about them is you can get in real close and nice fine adjustments on your toenails without getting that weird curve shape that you're stuck with if you use the toenail clippers. So I'll go in and cut any high spots down. My feet are in good shape now, but you want to check those. Stay on top of it. Let your shoes air out. I prefer to put them in the sun, get all the moisture out of there for the next day. Of course, I'll be wearing camp shoes, so those will have plenty of time to air out. Now let's get back to the laundry machine. You can see we've got some good soap action going. The water's not dirty yet, so we're going to have to keep working on them. These socks only did 3 miles each, so there's not as much dirt as there would be on the Pacific Crest Trail after 5 hours. But you get the idea. After the wash cycle's done, dig a little cat hole and pour the water out. There's my cat hole right here. Now we got to do the spin cycle. That's the spin cycle. You're getting as much water and soap out of there that you can. And then we have to do the rinse cycle. So what does that mean? Back to the water hole and get some more water. Now we're doing the rinse cycle. You can see it's not as much soap anymore. We did pretty good. Do this for a while. Agitate it, get all the soap out that you can, remaining dirt. Let it do a little soaking cycle. You're not going to get them perfectly clean as you would at home, but the idea is to get very clean, best you can. Trust me. People who are just switching their socks out day after day and not washing them, you'll be way ahead of them. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot better. All right, and you pour that out. Again, into your cat hole because you still got some soap residue. And then another spin cycle. And then find some local plant or bush nearby. Just hang them up in the sun preferably, and let them air out and dry out best they can. Really tomorrow on the hike is when they're going to get dry, real dry. But we want to get a head start. It really doesn't take that long. Just do this every day. And clean your laundry bag out. Get ready for the next day. Let that air out also. And then you should have yourself a pair of camp socks or socks that you're going to sleep in. So I go to my clothes bag. I have a pair of alpaca wool socks I like to use for my camp / sleeping socks. And then go ahead and put these on, or you can just wear your camp shoes for a while, let your feet really dry out before you put them on. And the next morning, you have one more pair of toe socks that you're going to put on for the next day's hike. So if we pretend this is tomorrow morning, I got a clean pair of socks. I'll put those on in the morning and hike on those until lunch. By that time, at least one pair of these that has been hanging from my pack should be dry. So this would go on for lunch and for the second half of that day. Clean socks again, because they'll be clean and dry by then. Your other pair of socks will be waiting. They'll be clean and dry. They'll be waiting for you the next morning for the next day's hike. And you just keep cycling through like that. You'll always have 2 pairs of clean socks. I don't want to do 10 hours and 20 miles on 1 pair of socks. That's why I change them at lunch. But if you just carry 3 pairs of toe socks and 1 pair of your camp sleeping socks, you're going to be in hog heaven as far as your feet. You're going to stay clean and safe. And I think it's just going to stop you from perhaps having to take a 0 day because your feet are getting in bad shape. You got a big blister. Of course, if you felt any hot spots, you could put a blister patch on there. Hopefully I'll never get to that point. Shoes, I really like the Topo mountain racers. So I got 4 pair of them. But then I found the Nordas, and they're just a lot better. I mean, I'm going to use my Topos, but I'm going to prefer the Nordas. These are the 001s. I got them in 9.5, so I bought 3 pair. And there's people claiming that you can go 1,000 miles in these, and we're going to find out May 3rd. But I have plenty of shoes that can be mailed to me. I think more than enough. Kind of like shoes, so I may have gone overboard. But can you go overboard? I mean, it's like tires on your car. So let's take good care of them. What else do I got for you? I think that's it. Do your laundry every night. Keep the socks clean. Keep your feet in good shape. Enjoy the hike. I don't know what else to say. This is Shakes out. Okay, if that didn't film, it'll be fine because that was kind of lame.